see here. All right. What's up, guys? Let me get some stuff pulled up. Where'd this go? Sorry, I was having some problems getting my camera all set up. So I was listening to the live stream I did the other day. I think it was Monday or Wednesday. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. And I realized that I forgot to solo save my talkback mic. So that way, whenever I hit solo on my on any of the instruments, that it muted my mic. So I said a lot that nobody has any record of. So we're gonna pretend like that one never happened. And what we are going to do is we are essentially going to pretend like that. I'll just kind of go over what we did last time and kind of talk about some of the same stuff that we did. First off, we did a bit of processing on the drums and the bass. Hold on, let me got rid of a lot of the tracks I hid, showed them back up. All right. So let's see here. All right. So one of the first things that we did was we did a little bit of subtractive and a tiny bit of additive EQ on the drums. We did a little bit of a bump around, let's see, 60K to kind of throw in a little bit of a whoom, whoom to the kick. And we'll accentuate that a little bit later. We did a little bit of a cut kind of right around 500K to get rid of some of that boxiness. We did another cut kind of up to 1 just to, again, get a little bit get rid of more stuff in that mid-range where it just doesn't sound good on drums. And then we did a little bit of a bump right around 5K. And essentially what that does is that gives us the smack. So let's select it and listen to it. All right. So this is with the EQ. That's without it. It's not a huge difference, but it does clean it up a little bit. And this is it in context of the drums. So let's bypass that EQ. This kind of feels flat. This adds quite a bit more to it. And we also are just tickling the compressor on this G channel or on this SSL channel. This is one of my favorite first plugins to use on a channel because it does a lot really quick. And I think it sounds really good. This Waves SSL channel. You'll see it a lot. So that's the kick. The snare, I talked about this on the last stream, but I'll go over it again. Because I've got 2 mics on it, I've got a mic pointing top down and then a mic pointing up. The mic pointing down is going to get the smack, the attack, and the body of the snare, whereas the mic that's pointing up is going to get the sizzle from the snare on the bottom from the chains. But when you're doing that, to make sure that everything sounds great, one thing that we did was we put this little 1-band EQ on here and we flipped the phase. So that way the transients are in line the waveforms are all in line. And I also did throw a little bit of a high pass on here just to clean up some of the muddiness from that snare bottom. And then on the snare top, I did a little bit of a Pro Q3, just a little bit of a dip because I was getting some resonance in it. But most of the work that I did here was on the snare bus where they're both together. The reason why I do a lot of the processing on the snare bus and not the individual channels is because when you're doing a lot of EQ moves, essentially what EQ is doing is it's adjusting the phase of those frequencies. It's either adding phase or canceling phase. So to keep things coherent, to keep things hitting at the same time, to keep things clean, usually if I'm doing a lot of EQ moves, I will do it on the bus. So what we did on here is, another bit of a low pass filter. Looks like I set it to 96. And then I did a little bit of attack at 7K. I did some scooping kind of around 5. I did a little bit more scooping kind of right around 500 to get rid of that boxiness. And then I don't think I did anything in the low. And then again, we're just tickling the compressor. Let's see here. Fine. So this is with the EQ. This is without. We're just kind of thickening up just a little bit and adding a little bit more body to it, helping it cut through the mix a little bit more. So, yeah, that's what we did on the snare. And then we did kind of the same thing. We did the same thing on the toms, some EQs, tickling the compressor. Here's the rack tom. Here's the floor tom. And then here's the overheads. Again, I bust the overheads and routed that back to my drum room bus. Not Roomba, room bus. And did a pretty gnarly high pass up to 200. Added some 8K for some sizzle. Got rid of some boxiness, some muddiness around around 1.6. Pretty wide Q, and got rid of some more boxiness of 750. And so there is that. And then we also did the bass, and I decided to switch things. Oh, we did hit the percussion channel up a little bit. Just cleaned it up. Looks like I forgot to unbypass it. Ugh. It's not my first time I've done that. Let's actually go through and make sure it's EQ's in, EQ's in, EQ. The EQs are in. Perfect. So I use this UAD Sentry tube channel strip on it. Something new. I figured I'd try it. I think it sounds good. It's got an opto leveler in there, which is essentially an LA2A. The same kind of compression circuit. Yeah, it adds a bit more body to it. And that's kind of where we left off. So we are recording this bass direct from an amp head. So something that I do like to do on this bass is put on, let's see here, what do I want to use? I've got, let's use an Ampeg. I like this one. There we go. Gives it some more body. Yeah, it adds a lot more beefiness to it without adding a lot of gain. Add some nice coloration. It sounds a bit more like a bass. Let's kind of pull some of this 300. Kind of scoop the mids out of just a wee bit. We add a little bit more tube gain. There we go. Let's do some gain matching. Bring this master down just a little bit. Let's see. Alright, I guess we'll have to pull the gain down like this for now. Like that cuts through pretty good. You can hear it. And it sounds like a bass, which is the most important thing. Alright. So the next thing that I would like to work on is hold on. Here. All right. So the next thing that on the list is going to be let's work on this guitar track. Let's take a quick listen to it by itself. So the way that we do this, the way that we do our mix at church is we use Playback Pro, and we've got all of the guitar tracks sent to a bus on Playback Pro that goes into an interface, and we take the different outputs of those interfaces, and that goes into our safe box. So this is kind of a mix of the different guitars. And we do kind of have the acoustic guitar a little bit louder than the electric guitars because that's the drive. We don't currently have a guitar player. If you are a guitar player in the San Antonio area and you want to find a church home that's an amazing place for creatives and a place where you can grow and not just come and play but get spiritually fed, come check us out. 1422 South St. Mary's. We're The Collective. Sorry for my little rant. I would really love to have a guitar player though. Cool. Now that that's over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna treat this like a bus but I'll probably do a little bit more processing on it than I would normally. So let's start off with the good old SSL channel. Again, it's one of my favorite. So let's pull a little bit of a high pass. We don't want that much. It's gonna go right around 100. I think that sounds good. Let's see here. So we already have a lot of low end from the bass. So really what I want to get is the drive from the acoustic guitar. I want to really bring that out and help that be present. And so the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to solo the band bus so we can hear it in context. Let's actually find a spot where it's playing a little bit more. Right here seems like a good spot. There we go, that sounds good. Let's get rid of some of that. Low mids, kind of right around there. That doesn't sound too good. So let's kind of widen that out. Cuts through, it's not masking. You can hear it. Now let's kind of tickle that compressor a little bit. Just to kind of help with some little bit of gain. I think I like it a little bit better with the fast attack. Doesn't make it so clinky with the fast attack. It kind of helps it sit back in the mix a little bit. Alright, so to kind of hear what we did, this is without the EQ and compression. Sounds a little muddy. There's a lot of stuff that just won't translate to the mix. This is it now. You kind of have a little bit more of the attack. Let's actually pull that back just a little bit. together. All these little keys because these are live keys. Damn, I hate when I do that.
Every breath I will sing, as I'm able, I will sing of the goodness all my life. You have been
Folder, which was from a basic folder to a routing tracks. We want to make sure that we route this to the right bus. Keys. There we go. This one, let's see here. What should we do?
Every breath I will sing, as I'm able, I will sing of the goodness.
All right. Let's do something a little bit different. For EQ for keys, I like to use kind of surgical EQs for stuff like this. Let's see here. What would y'all use? Drop it in the comments. I got quite a few, probably too many plugins, but that's okay. Hmm. No, let's use the Oxford, because why not? I haven't really messed with this one yet, but I know a lot of people really like it. That I like to do with keys, kind of do little scoops here, wide scoops, just because keys take so much of the EQ, of the frequency range. I just like to do little things to kind of help them poke out. I think that sounds good. All right, next let's hit this track. And this is kind of like an auxiliary track where we've got like all the strings, keys, pads, stuff like that. Go into this one. It's pretty ambient. It's like our bed track. Again, this is comes from Playback Pro, and this is what we're going to be using. So for this one, let's use that Oxford channel again. So for this one, give it a little bit. Something going on. Sorry, dogs are going off. Check what's going on. Probably neighbors or a cat. All right. Kind of pull some of this out again on these. Just doing little movements here and there. I don't even need to do a lot. Honestly, I can't even hear different, so we'll probably stop on this. Do you think I need a little bit more out of my All right. Let's tackle these vocals. All right, so our singers are really dynamic. So one thing that I like to use is good old vocal writer. Try and get it a little bit more so we get some more headroom. Let's go to a spot where she's really going.
Your goodness is running after, it's running out with my life laid down. I give you all, 'cause your goodness
kind of mess with this a little bit.
running after your goodness.
Naturalize
It's
it.
running after your goodness. It keeps running after with my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness is running after.
All right.
Your goodness is running after. It's running after with my life laid down. I give you all. 'Cause your goodness.
Cool. So, all right, now that we have a better level kind of going in, now we'll do the other little channel.
It's running after your
Switch things up. Let's use like this one on vocals too.
my life
It's a little bit simpler. Where are you?
Your goodness is running after.
All right.
Your goodness is running after. It's running after with my life laid down.
Pretty simple.
I give you all. 'Cause your goodness.
Just a couple bands, but you can do a lot with it.
Your goodness is running after. Your goodness is running after. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. Your goodness.
Let's see here. It's been a minute since I've used this one.
Your goodness is running after. It's running after with my life laid down. I give you all. 'Cause your goodness.
You know what?
Your goodness.
Let's go back to the middle SSL.
It's running after your goodness. It's running after with my life laid down. I'm surrendered now.
All right.
Your
So
goodness.
live, I'm a lot more harsh on my high pass filters. That's because I'm also fighting
Your
feedback.
goodness is running after. It's running after
Right now, I'm
with my
kind
life
of
laid
a little bit more lenient on it.
I give you all. 'Cause your goodness.
Okay.
Your goodness
Right.
is
Here.
running after.
Widen it up. Widen that bell out on the low frequencies. That's a cut
It's running
at
after
470.
my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness is running after.
Yeah, that does not sound good.
Your goodness is running after. It's running after my life laid down.
Get rid of some of
I
that
give you
nassaliness at 2.6.
'Cause your goodness.
Add some presence. How about
Your goodness is running after. Your goodness is running after. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered
without?
now. Your goodness is running after.
here.
Yes, you have, and all of my life, all my life you've been so good.
We might not hit this.
With every breath I will sing, that I will sing,
Like, get this up here.
that I will sing of the goodness. Yes, you have, and all of my life, all my life you've been so good, yeah. With every breath, faithful God, I will sing, that I will sing, that I will sing of the goodness.
Pull that
Yes,
down.
you have, and all of my life, all my life you've been so good, yeah. With every breath, faithful God, I will sing, that I will sing, that I will sing of the goodness. Yes, you have, and all of my life, all my life you've been so good, yeah. With every breath, I will sing, that I will sing, that I will sing of the goodness. Yes, you have, and all of my life.
All right. So that's our lead vocal. That's Nicole. Fantastic singer, fantastic worship leader.
Yes, you have, and all of my life.
Let's hear this part where it's kind of low. And we'll kind of clean out. We'll add some compression to this here in a little bit.
Hallelujah, Jesus. You're so good. For your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness. Worship him tonight. Woo!
All right. Let's hit up this.
I give you all
Everything.
your
All right. This is Walter.
Your goodness is running after. Your goodness is running after. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now.
your nasaliness.
Running after when my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness, running after. Woo, yeah. This is running after when my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness, running after. It keeps running after when my life laid down.
There we go.
Running after.
So what I'm going to do on this one,
Yeah.
we're going to use some dynamic on this.
It keeps running after when my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness, running after. Woo, yeah. It keeps running after when my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness is running out.
There we go.
This is running out when my life. Your goodness is running out. Your goodness, running after. Woo, yeah. Running after. Running after. Running after. Running after. This is running out. Running out. This is running out. Running out. This is running out. Running out. This is running out.
You know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and clean up the vocal a little bit using... Hold on. What's it called? It's a Waves plugin. Clarity. But it's not just... Oh, there it is. Clarity. VX Pro.
This is running out. Running after. Running after. Running after. This is running out. Running out. This is running out. Running out. This is running out. Running out. This is running out. Running out.
sound good.
Running after, running after, running after, running after, running after, running after.
Let's see how it sounds. 'Cause sometimes the reverb clarity plugins can have issues. So
You're so good.
and what I might end up doing. Yeah.
For your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. The moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire and in darkest night. You are close like no other.
And since
I've known you as a
I think that
father.
sounds good.
I've known you as a friend. I will
For some dry vocals, it sounds pretty good.
all
Check.
my life you have been faithful. All my life you
You guys won't be able to hear a difference because that's not sending to you. I'm using my VSX headphones to monitor this. Yeah, so let's see here. Hey, Pastor Courtney, what's up? All right. Cool. All right, let's attack these room mics next. And again, these are more for just ambience, just so you can hear the audience going the yeah, preach, all that stuff. So usually what I do, because with our room, kind of have these set up right on the subs, because we don't really have a lot of room. So what we're going to do is, let's do some fab filter for this. And get a bit of a high pass. And that'll clean up a lot of that low end. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is probably right around here. Just to get some of the vocals out of here. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of a shelf, just to kind of catch some of those claps. Now let's listen to it in context. Cool. And a little bit later, we'll compress these a bit and kind of have some fun with them, try some things out. All right, now let's give a quick listen to it. Let's hit the heavy spot where everything's hitting and kind of see. We'll adjust some levels again. get things sitting right after we kind of mess with the gains and EQs and added volume before we move on to the next step, which is going to be we're going to start adding some compression. Out a little bit much. That spot, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Keys are hitting good. Let's jump over to a quiet spot and see if we like the mix over there too, just to check. Remind you guys, we're outside. We're in a shed. In a metal corrugated steel shed. And we can get this. Just wait until we get inside. Just wait until we get inside and we can control things. It's gonna sound insane.
I've been held in your hand. The moment that I wake up until I lay my head.
All right.
I will sing of the goodness of God.
So, where I'm going to start with compression. Let's start with vocals, because that's the most important thing. That's what everybody's really listening for. So, whereas I started with the drums for like the filtering, now that we're going to do a little bit more processing, I want to jump over and start with the vocals. So, we're going to pick the loudest part where people are going to be yelling. So, start with the good old 1176. You know what? The default works pretty well, kind of. With the 1176 on vocals, I like to kind of hit it right around 3 to 5 decibels of compression because the 1176 is going to be really fast. So it's going to be attacking those peaks. So let's listen to this. Whereas we are listening to EQ kind of in context, I have a little bit harder time hearing compression. So we're going to kind of listen to it in solo a little bit more.
With every breath.
All right.
Every breath I'm
So we're going to go in a little bit
sing
faster attack time.
of the goodness. Oh, your goodness. Yes, you have, and all of my life. All
Maybe
my life you've been
do
so
an 8 to 1.
good, yeah. With every breath I'm able, God, I will sing. Oh, Said I will sing. Said I will sing.
All right. So the thing with 1176s that kind of took me a little while to figure out is when it comes to attack, more is faster, which is kind of weird. 7 is faster, and same with the release. So with that, like I said, I like this to be a little bit quicker. I like the sound of an 8-to-1 ratio. I think that kind of does a pretty good job. Let's listen to it again.
With every breath I'm able, I will sing of the goodness of your goodness. All my life you have been faithful. Yeah.
Let's listen to over here.
Running after your goodness. It's running after your goodness. It's running after when my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness. Running after your goodness. It's running after
We'll down the output a little bit.
it's running after when my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness. It's running after your goodness. It's running after your goodness. It's running after when my life laid down. I'm surrendered.
So now that we got the transients taken care of, let's hit this with the LA2A. And I like the tube one on vocals. So the LA2A is going to be a little bit slower, and it's going to catch, whereas we're taking care of the transients, I like to use this to kind of bring the rest of it up, because it's slower. So let's listen to that again.
Running after your goodness. It's running after your goodness. It keeps running after when my life laid down. I'm surrendered now. Your goodness. Running after your goodness.
Hear how it kind of brings
It's
the rest of
running
it up after.
your goodness. It keeps running after when my life
Kind of adds a
laid
bit of
down.
fullness to it without adding gain to it. Kind of
Your
brings a lot of fullness and body to it. And it's kind of helping that nasaliness that we were getting earlier for when she was pulling away from the mic. All right, let's listen to A Quiet Spot and see if that helps.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me.
That's kind of just what I
All
like.
my days
When,
I've been held in your hand from the moment that I wake up.
all right, let's take out these
till I
compressors.
lay my head. I will sing of the goodness of God.
So especially in live, a lot of times singers like to pull away from the mic and come in close. So this kind of helps clean that up a little bit. So
from the moment that I wake up until I lay
this
my
just kind of
head,
levels it out.
I will see.
It's hardly doing anything right here on the 1176.
I love you.
Let's listen to a louder part.
With every breath, every breath I'm able, I will sing.
It went from a amateur vocal and been outside vocal to sounding pretty good. To sounding pretty good, if I do say so myself. Vocal.
All my life you've been so good, yeah. With every breath I will sing.
Just makes the vocal a lot more consistent.
That I will sing. That I will sing of the goodness.
All right. And so let's just copy those over. Get us in a good starting spot for that.
With every breath,
See how that sounds?
every breath I'm able,
Check 'em.
I will sing of the
All right.
goodness.
So we can kind of pull back on this a little bit.
Your goodness. All my life you have been faithful.
Make up for
Yes,
it a
you
little
have,
bit.
and all of my life. All my life you have. All my life you've been so good, yeah. With every breath I will sing. I will sing of the goodness. That I will sing. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. That I
Lower
will
up on that
sing.
speaker.
Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Parallel compression.
With every breath that I am in, every breath I'm able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness, all my life you have been faithful. Yes, you have, and all of my life. All my life you have. All my life you've been so good, yeah.
And I'm treating these background vocals the same. Just a couple catching the transients.
That I will sing. I will sing of the goodness of God. That I will sing. I will sing of the goodness.
I really like. I love these 1176 compressors. I would love to get some actual ones. Eventually I will, but they're just really easy. You don't have to worry about thresholds. You don't have to worry about all these controls. You essentially have your input, your output, your attack, your release, and your ratio. Super simple. You kind of set your input to hit the amount of reduction that you want after you set your ratio. Then you kind of bring up or bring down your output to gain match for after. Super simple. And it's fast and it sounds good. It sounds great.
With every breath that I am in, every breath I'm able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness, all my life you have been faithful. Yes, you have, and all of my life. All my life you have. All my life you've been so good, yeah.
it took me a while to figure out the LA2A to kind of get it, but once I realized what it was, oh man, I fell in love with it. It's great for vocals, it's great for bass. I even sometimes use it on kick and snare.
With every breath that I am in, every breath I'm able, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Just adds a lot of fullness to it, even without any EQs or anything. Sounds really polished. So let's listen to the whole song.
Worship him tonight. Woo! Hallelujah, Jesus. You're so good,
And remember, this is a dry track. I don't have any EQ. I don't have any reverbs or delays. This is all just straight from the tracks.
for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand.
I just want to point something out real quick. Let's jump right back here and listen to this. So this is without compression. The track just, Nicole's vocals just so low, so quiet. Let's find that.
For your mercy never fails. For your mercy never fails.
And then with the magic of compression,
All my days I've been held in your hand.
it just brings it up, brings a
The
lot of
moment that
presence,
I
brings a lot of
wake
warmth.
up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. For your mercy never.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. This is about all the time I've got today. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys next time where we will start working on some compression on the instruments. Maybe even do a little bit of bus compression. Fancy things, some parallel compression, and get into some wet effects like delay, reverb, maybe even a little bit of chorus if we're feeling funky. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, you guys. I will see you